If you're tired of getting dotted by the same money plays over and over again in Madden 26 and you don't seem to have an answer, this is going to be the perfect video for you because I'm breaking down how to run the best defense in Madden 26. It's not just the Sin 6 meta that everyone knows about. I'm showing you way more, and it's why you need to stick around for the entire video. Let's jump right into it. All right, the most important thing about any defense is being able to get pressure on the quarterback. Let's start there. All right, so we're gonna be in the Vikings defensive playbook here, and we're gonna come into mid blitz from nickel double mug, okay? And yes, we're going to start with the coaching adjustments that you need, okay? So you're gonna come into defensive motion response disabled. You're going to put your RPO pass key on conservative. You are going to put your safety depth on close with your width on pinch, okay? And then I like to put my curl flats on 5, okay? That's all really that you have to do with this. So the first setup is going to be the traditional mid blitz setup that we know about, okay? So you can, move the safety over a little bit. These guys are going to be close to the ball. Great. Now we're perfectly pretty much aligned, with their players. And so all we're going to do, stand right here. Obviously, we know about this pass commit, our defense, okay? What happens? BLT, if they send the running back on a table route, you're jumping out here to go get this guy, okay? And then as you can see, your guys are going to be coming in free. When you're playing against formations like a Bunch X Nasty, you guys want to know why Bunch X Nasty is the meta? It's because of this. It's because of chipping that occurs, okay? So if you're on offense, why do you want to run Bunch Nasty? Because this guy was going to walk in free instantly, this defensive end. He was going to walk in free, but now he gets chipped up by the receivers. But it does slow down the receivers a little bit. So really, it's not the end of the world. It kind of goes both ways, okay? But it's going to be the same thing. We're going to pass commit our defense by pressing RB and then flicking the right stick up, okay? Then we're going to take the snap and jump out here. Boom. Now we're out here, and then we get the guys to come in free. We get a sack from them, okay? You're blitzing one more than they're blocking, but your pressure is going to get there so fast that everyone's in a one-on-one. You're able to guard for a very short period of time. No one's open, and they can't throw this pass, okay? Boom. They're on the ground. Great. That's mid blitz, and that's why people use it. But you're gonna say, BLT, what if they just block that running back versus blitz? Now it's 6-on-6, right? Well, that's not really how it works, because really what you can do is, so you have two options. You can now, since you don't have to cover anyone, you can just go user. You can go user. You're still going to get quick pressure because you have to think about it. Everyone's going to be in a one-on-one, which even means the halfback's in a one-on-one, right? So boom, halfback has to come up, block someone. He's going to struggle in pass protection like you see here. Everyone else is in a one-on-one. So it's not like they're going to have that much time to throw, okay? We're just being real. Okay, they're not going to have that much time to throw, and you're over the middle of the field with your user guarding stuff, just like this, okay? It's good defense, and especially against beginner players, newer players, I would just sit in mid-blitz and see if they can really beat it, okay? But you also have another option, okay? Because this is what higher level players are going to do. They're going to use the untarget user feature by pressing LB, then pressing Y, and then selecting your user to untarget him, and it's going to put a flame over my head. It really should, but I've untargeted myself now, okay? So really now, I'm not going to be able to get the attention of any offensive lineman to make my blitz better. So if they go ahead and block their running back, you can see the flames over my head. Now I'm going to just user rush them. Okay, I'm just going to user rush them and go get in there and go get the quarterback myself. I don't need to now worry about, if I don't want to user anything, I can just go instantly get the quarterback myself and, go get him down on the ground. Okay, so now I'm creating that extra guy. Now it's 7-on-6. Okay, last time it was 6-on-5. Well, now I'm creating that same advantage for myself to allow myself to go get home and get after the quarterback. Okay, and the great thing about this defense is you can disguise your coverage too. You can just set up a cover 2 behind the blitz, right? Your safety is already in close width on pinch, so you're not going to be getting spammed up the seam, okay? So if they get intimidated, they just go ahead and decide, hey, let me go ahead and untarget this defender. Well, now I'm going to take it. I can go user and easy. Over the middle of the field, everything's guarded. This time we're in zone coverage on the outside instead of man coverage. And it's just great defense. Boom, everyone's in a one-on-one, and so we're able to get that quick pressure. But what you can also do is just drop this defensive lineman outside if you wanted to. You can put him in the hard flat. Now you can set up the same defense. You can set up a Mabel over here, or you can just run cover 3 if you really want to. You could drop this defensive end out, boom, send this guy, boom. Okay, so now we have a cover cloud, a little bit of a safer defense, safety still in close. So you can start to see how you have some versatility here. If you want to overload blitz them, shift your D-line left, right, try to get the attention of the center. A lot of things that you can do. And to shift your D-line left, just press left on the D-pad and then left on the left stick. So we're gonna pass commit our defense like normal, take the snap, boom, we get that guy to still come in free. Now the running back has to pick him up, but it still leaves our guys in a one-on-one against their offensive linemen. So even though we dropped out, this time it's only a 5-man blitz, and they have 1+1, they're blocking 6 people. We still get that defensive end, number 98, to come in free right here. Boom. Okay, he's in a one-on-one against the running back. He gets kind of pooped on here, but normally he would do a better job of winning that rep. But we also get our safety to win a rep against an offensive lineman here. Easy sacks, okay? And then you still have those 5 guys out there in coverage, plus your user defender, and so you're able to do a great job of guarding stuff over the middle. So mid blitz, the send 6 version, or you could send 5, gives you a lot of great versatility to send that man blitz or drop those guys out into coverage. And it's a very common theme that pass defenses struggle against the run. Well, that's not the case here with mid blitz, because I'm gonna show you exactly how I like to stop the run from it. All right, so there's really 2 ways that I like to stop the run here from mid blitz, okay? So we're going to just start with, the first one, okay? So what I like to do is the same thing I like to do against every single run in this game, okay? We're gonna spread our defensive line, okay? We're going to take this guy right here because he's standing over the top of the running back. He's on the running back side, so if the running back was on the right here, then I would just user the guy on the right. I would user this guy, okay? So, but he's on the left, so I'm going to user this left side linebacker, okay? If they want to call a run, they're just going to call base right here. I'm going to stand about 4 yards over this left guard here, okay? You see the left guard, you see me, okay? I'm standing about 4 yards over him. All I'm going to do is take the snap, loop around this offensive line, and you can see what happens. He's going to, so 2 things are going to happen. Either he's going to come pick me up, right? He's going to come pick me up, but when he does that, he just leaves 3 other guys free. This running back has nowhere to run, or sometimes he just doesn't block me, and so that just allows me to come in free and make this tackle. But really, regardless, the mechanic or the movement of your user coming across the field is what's going to let your other players come in free or let you come in free, okay? So do the same thing here, shift that, or excuse me, spread our linebackers here so that they're kind of like this. We're going to pass commit our defense, or really, you could just leave this guy here and then take this guy right here and do it. It's really the same thing. So they're just going to go ahead, call base. We're going to, and then you can just see how I'm in there. Now, granted, I have 2 controllers. Don't go running through the comments. I have 2 controllers. All I had to do was press X. Okay, it's a little bit more difficult when you're holding both those controllers, but you can just see how you're in there. You're right there, ready to make this play. Just tap that X or square button and just dive tackle and make this play on this ball carrier, okay? And this is the case a lot of the time where no one's gonna recognize you because boom, you're gonna wait until the quarterback has the ball. You see how Justin Herbert already has the ball and I still haven't moved? Okay, just look at number 7. Boom, Herbert has the ball. Now I'm gonna start moving. Why? Because the linemen are gonna start moving instantly as soon as the ball snaps, but you're trying to wait and duck behind the guard just like I do here. I duck behind number 77. Okay, so wait until Herbert has the ball, duck behind him, go make the tackle, okay? And then obviously when you're in the backfield, press X or square to get that suction kind of dive tackle animation, okay? So I said earlier, there's 2 ways I like to stop the run, and that's only the first way, okay? So the second way is we are just going to take this, this linebacker right here. No, excuse me. We're going to take this linebacker and we're going to stand right over the center. Okay, so we're going to stand right over the center, and now you can see how if we look at the offensive player, there's a flame over this other linebacker, right? So I'm the Mike, and then he's the flame. Well, what does that mean? That means he's untargeted. That just means he's going to walk in free. So now all you have to do is take the snap, get the attention of that offensive lineman, and you can see how number 0 comes in free. No one blocks him on that play. He kind of got chipped up there just because I'm really not sure why. But you can just see how, okay, all you have to do, take the other linebacker, so you can see the running backs on the left. You want to take the right side linebacker. If it was flipped, you would just flip yours, okay? So, all right, take it, boom, stand right over this center right here, okay? You can see how the flames over his head, boom, and now you see how he comes in free. It's just automatic run defense. It's literally free. It's the easiest thing ever. Mid-blitz is like the best run defense, especially against inside runs, because they're gonna have nowhere to go, okay? And you can see how it's not a fluke. It's happened 3 straight plays. If you take this guy, stand over this offensive lineman, the flame icon's gonna be over that other A-gap rusher. So boom, take it, instant gap shoot. You don't even have to do anything. All you're doing is occupying that center, and you're gonna get your guy to come in completely free every single time, especially against inside runs. It's really that easy. All right, and before I break down the last setup that you need to be using for mid blitz, make sure you go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, so more people can see this lockdown defense. Let's jump right back into it. All right, so next I'm gonna be showing you the custom stunt glitch blitz that no one's ever seen before, but you're gonna start using it to dominate. All right, so this is low-key kind of like a hidden blitz. No one's really seen this before. Only really top pro players have, but here it is, okay? So you're gonna come into the same thing. You're gonna come into nickel 3-3 double mug mid blitz, okay? You're going to hold the play call button. So in this case, I'll be holding A. If you're on PlayStation, you would be holding X, I believe, okay? Then you're going to select the left exit 2-man stunt, okay? So boom, left exit 2-man. And so now you can see, if you look on this left side, it's the defensive end and the defensive tackle, okay? So these 2 defenders right here, Hargrave and Van Ginkel, okay? Those 2 guys are the guys that are gonna be involved in this custom stunt, okay? So I would just set the defense up same way, move these guys over. Okay, so now what you wanna do is take this Cashman, okay? You want to stand right over the center. You are trying to get the attention of this center. That is your sole mission, okay? So you're gonna press up on the D-pad, then you are going to press right trigger, then you're gonna press down on the left stick. Okay, what is this gonna do? It's gonna give you that turbo engage, okay? So we're going to have the offense take the snap right here, and we're spamming the A button to get off this block. And you can see how we get immediate pressure in the backfield because of that. This is gonna work whether they send their running back out or not. You could see on that play, running back had to step up to block me or to block our blitz, and it didn't work because he just gets penetrated. These guys are coming in way too fast, and we're just running through their offensive line, okay? But the next thing is, you're gonna say, BLT, you're blitzing, like there's no one in coverage. That's not true, because what I did on that play was I was spamming the A button as soon as the ball was snapped to get off the block. I want to get off the block of Bradley Bozeman here and get back into coverage, because I want to be able to take away their drags and their out routes or whatever's on the field from them, okay? So I want to be able to do that, so I have to spam the A button as soon as the ball snapped, okay? So boom, move this guy back over. Okay, we are going to press up on the D-pad here, or excuse me, we always want to pass commit your defense. I forgot to say that. So press RB, then press right stick up, pass commit your defense, okay? Then you're going to press up on the D-pad, down on the left stick, press RT, okay? Offense is going to take the snap. I get off the block with Bozeman, and then we get a guy to come in free. Again, why does this work? You're occupying the offensive lineman here. Again, the last 2 plays, I even had them blocking their running back, and you can still see how this comes in free. Okay, I'm spamming A right here. I'm getting his attention, then I'm spamming A. You can see how I get his attention, but I'm still able to get right back into coverage because I was able to get off that block so fast. I basically occupy him, make sure he can't block anyone, and then I get back into coverage. And then you can see the effects. The effects is that now, this guy can come in completely free. Running back completely whiffs on him because he's also looking at me. And then boom, he comes in free. And then also, I mean, our other guys were poised to shed immediately, okay? And the great thing is, if you notice that they just start blocking their running back every play versus this, just drop this safety into a zone. Do something with him, okay? That's certainly an option for you. But BLT, what if they block or send their running back out? Well, you still have a guy manned up on him, so you're gonna be perfectly fine. The blitz is gonna come in even faster now that you do that, okay? Press RB, pass commit, right stick up, right? Okay, then you are going to press up on the D-pad, down on the left stick, and then press right trigger, okay? Take the snap, spam the A button, and you can see how two guys come in completely free that time. Very, very quick pressure, and I'm still back in coverage. That could be the one caveat of the defense, is if you are not getting back into coverage. But since you're still doing that by spamming A, getting off the block, and you're still able to guard stuff down the field, it's really, really beautiful defense. You know, no one's open here, straight man coverage, no one's open, great man switching, all that. And, you know, we're really only sending 5 people on this play and wreaking complete havoc for them. You can see how guys are coming in everywhere, and it's an absolute block party in the backfield for the offense. All right, so there's a blitz that no one's really seen before. No one really knows how to block because it's not as simple as the Sen 6 overload cheese that everyone knows about and knows how to block. That's way better than one that you need to start using. All right, if you like that defense and you want to start pairing that with the best offense, you should join my one-on-one coaching platform where I'll create a custom game plan for you and make sure you're dominating on both sides of the ball. See you in the next one. Peace.